In the last video, we saw that electrons don't just zoom through a wire, they drift at a specific velocity Vd. But here is the big question. How does this microscopic drift translate into macroscopic current I that we measure in amperes? Let's derive this relationship. Consider a small section of a conductor with length L and cross-sectional area A. Now let n be the number density of electrons. That means n is the number of free electrons per unit volume. First, let's find the total charge in this section. The volume of this wire segment is simply area times length. So the total number of electrons here is the density times volume, that is n times A times L. Since each electrons carry a charge of E, the total charge Q is nALe. Now we know that current I is charge Q divided by time t. How long does it take for these electrons to cross this length L? Using simple kinematics, time is distance over speed, so t is equals to L over Vd. Now let's put it all together. Substitute Q and put t into the current equation. I therefore is nALe divided by L over Vd. Notice what happens? The length L cancels out. Rearranging the terms, we get this famous formula I equals nAevd. This equation tells us that current is directly proportional to the electron density, the area of the wire, and the drift velocity. So higher drift velocity means higher current. This is it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.